Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel and welcome to Bookmas Day 3. I'm very excited for today's video because I had this idea. I wanted to put a little spin on a video that I've seen around quite a lot, which is swapping 5-star reads with other booktubers. So not only are we going to be swapping 5-star reads, my little twist is that we're going to be swapping DNFs as well, which I think is going to be really fun and interesting to see if we feel the same, if maybe their DNF is a 5-star read for me, like vice versa. I think it's going to be really interesting to really get a vibe on different book tastes and everything. So yes, I'm so excited to be starting this off and doing this, and just I think it's going to be interesting. So yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this. Now our lovely first booktuber that we're going to be swapping with is Shauna from Books for Dreamcatcher. I'm so excited for this. If you guys want to see the 2 books that I sent over to Shauna, then you should head over to Shauna's channel and check out her video, which I will leave all linked down below for you guys to go and check out. But the books that Shauna gave me. Now, Shauna's 5-star read was The Nanny Off Limits by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈, and her DNF was Her Perfect by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈. Now, I'm actually going to be starting with our DNF. The DNF is the one we're going to be starting with, so it's going to be interesting. I thought let's start off there, and then in theory, the only way is up. Okay, so this says, for fans of Kristen, Hannah and Jojo Moyes, best-selling author 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈 brings you emotionally compelling characters and a powerful message of self-discovery, bravery and defying all odds in the name of love. Everyone has secrets, although I was a master at concealing mine, but part of hiding was deception, and I'd become a veritable Pinocchio. He was like 2 different people, Eli and Dr. Paxton. While I knew the latter would turn out to be an incredible teacher, the idea of Eli being more threw me for a loop. I couldn't separate the 2, and it seemed vastly inappropriate and strangely alluring. The practical side of me needed to win the war inside my head. I had to please the teacher, not the man, but once I crossed that line, there was no turning back for either of us. Okay, that's interesting. That's the first time I read it out. I had no idea about this book. That's the first time I've read it out. But so it's gonna be interesting. Starting off with Shauna's DNF, which was Her Perfect by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈, and let's find out if I feel the same or if it turns out being a book that I love. This is the whole point of this video. This is gonna be fun. So yeah, I'll say it now and I'll say it again, but thank you to Shauna for doing this with me, and yeah, let's go start Bookmas Day 3. Good morning. I'm just getting my ass in gear. I should have got my ass into gear a little while ago because I've sprinted about 20 minutes. Great fun. I started Her Perfect last night. I made it to 9%, chapter 3, page 28. I don't know how to talk about this book and describe this book because the writing just feels weird, and I don't really know where and how to pinpoint it. Just something about the writing in itself feels off. We've had the prologue, which I'm assuming is more towards what happens at the end of the book, because then we've jumped back in time 4 months at chapter 1. Obviously I kind of can, like, I'm intrigued when the book does that, when you kind of see the past and things, but yes, some of it's been left mysterious. We still don't know what the big thing is that she's doing. Obviously that will get revealed to us as we go. We now know something else is the case, and I feel like that's going to play a part in the story, but now we know that that's happening, and I feel like it's then not going to have an impact like I think it's meant to have, probably have an impact within some point in the story. Does that make sense? Probably not, because I don't know how to word it without spoiling things. Yeah, it just feels odd, feels weird. It just gives me these really weird vibes in the writing, and I'm a little uncertain about it. And these characters as well, I'm like, I've only seen one perspective from our MMC, so I don't really know too much. I've seen like outside perspectives. I've had 2 from Colby's, which is our FMC. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I can't really grasp on the characters. The writing just feels weird and gives me weird vibes. And yeah, that's the first 28 pages for you. That's the first 28 pages. So yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. At the moment, as it stands, I will read a bit more. I always give a book till at least 100 pages before I DNF, unless I absolutely cannot persevere through it. So that's how I decide on a book's a DNF or not. So that's what I do. So I'm gonna give a little bit more. But yeah, that's just started off weird. As it stands, I can see why Shauna has DNF'd this book. I can see why, but like I said, I'm gonna give it a little bit longer, so we'll see. We'll see. But so far I can understand Shauna's POVs on this and why. So far. So yeah. That's where we're at on that one. I am not going to be probably picking up until later today, or at least for a little while anyway. So I do have sprints, but I do need to get some productive bits done. So for me, I'm going to be spending sprints doing some editing and working and everything like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for today. So I'm going to head off and just do those bits and get those bits going and started. And yeah, we're just going to go from there. We're gonna ignore whatever the hell is going on here today. Whatever's going on there, we're gonna ignore it. Last night, I kind of just made myself stay up and finish Her Perfect by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒𝖊, because I think otherwise I would have just kept putting it off. I gave it a 2.5. I gave it a 2.5 stars. I stand by this book and the weird feelings it gave me. It just weirded us out. There were so many moments and scenes that just cringed me, weirded me, and like, I just give me the heebie-jeebies, you know. It's one of those ones. I could not stand the FMC's family. Like, I could not stand them. The way they handled situations, just the natural way they treated her in the first place was absolute fucking no. And like the majority of the book, like literally the majority of the book, bar the epilogue, they completely dismiss her as a person, completely dismiss her, and then all of a sudden they show up, do something, and it's like all should be forgiven. I'm sorry, have you not read the rest of the book? Like, I just read the rest of the book. Like, no, just fuck off, you know, just fuck off. Now with Colby, yes, I felt for her and what she was going through, and I did like that she did get the help that she needed there at the end. Like, I did like that, and like I said, I felt for what she was going through and like all of that. But at the same time, the way she handled things, she came across as such a brat. I'm sorry. Like I said, I felt for her for what she was going through, like, and I'm glad she got her help. But she was also such a massive brat at times that I just wanted to shake her. I would get so frustrated in how she would handle situations, and just it's great fun. Loved it. Now Eli, he's a hard one for me because he feels very contradictory. He would say something and then he would do said thing and mix it up so that it was okay for him to do. I'm trying not to give spoilers with this. This bit's really hard to explain without giving spoilers. But yeah, he would say something about something and then he would flip it so that it made it okay for him to do said thing. Like, and flip the way he says it in regards to something. So it wasn't his fan either, but to a degree I'm glad that I did push it and gave myself the chance to learn their story. I'm glad I did do that because obviously their story is an interesting one. I just think it could have been handled a lot more differently. But at the same time, I do feel like this is one that I should have put down, and not sound like a harsh dick, but I feel like it's one that would have has wasted my time when I could have spent reading like a better book. But like I said, it's like a two sides of a coin here. One, I am kind of glad I gave myself the chance because it is an interesting one. It should have just been handled differently, but at the same time it was a bit of a waste of time for me and I should have probably just put it down. But hey, it is what it is. But I can see why Shona DNF'd that book. I can see it, I understand it, I get it, and I do not blame her. But again, I would also like to just disclaimer, this is my opinions, these are Shauna's opinions. You may end up loving this book and it could be a 5-star read for you. So if you still want to go and give this book a go, absolutely do. I encourage you to, because this could be your next favourite book. It's just the case it wasn't mine and Shauna's. So yeah, this is totally of our opinions. But yeah, I will never discourage somebody from going and giving a book a try, no matter how much I disliked it, because it could be your next favourite read. So yeah, that's the little disclaimer in there for you guys. But that does mean that we're going to move on to our 5-star read from Shauna, which is The Nanny is Off Limits by 𝖜𝖊𝖑𝖈𝖔𝖒𝖊. She's going with it. She's going with it. I haven't read the synopsis of this book. I have no idea what is going on. All I've done is set up on my Kindle and looked at the page count, and it's 282 pages. So in theory, I should be able to smash that out today. She says, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna get myself up and dressed and sorted and get myself ready for the day because I have got bits to do today. And I will catch you guys later on once I have started The Nanny is Off Limits. Howdy. So I've been reading The Nanny Off Limits when I can today, and I'm actually already at 42%. I'm in the middle of a chapter. I had to pause because we had to go out for my mum's middle of a chapter. I'm very nearly at the end of the chapter. Which chapter was it? I didn't say what chapter. Chapter 10. Okay. And I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm clearly flying through it. It's really well paced. You kind of just get hooked in straight away. The characters are interesting, and the kids. I'm going to start with the kids because obviously they play a big part of it. Obviously being the reason why these two main characters are interacting with each other. But yeah, the kids are very interesting. They all have their own little dynamics. They all flourish in their own different ways, and obviously we're getting to explore them and how they're dealing with the situation they've been put into, and you see them all opening up in different ways with each of the main characters. There's still like a little bit of difficulties between them and their dad because of everything that's gone on in situations and things, obviously without going spoilers, but you know, there is still a little bit of that there, but we're kind of slowly seeing little bits and pieces open up, like very, very slowly. But I think we're at the point now, like I say, I'm like just short of 50%, where I think now we're going to start seeing a bit more of it, and more things are going to be kind of revealed and revelations and everything like that. And their relationships are interesting with, I'm going to say Ellie. I think it's Eliana is her name, but I'm going to go for Ellie. It's the nickname. I know Ellie's the nickname, and I think Eliana is how we pronounce the full name. But with Ellie, you know, they all have their own different relationships with her, and it's really nice to see how much she's helping them in her own little way, and helping them deal with where they're at in life at the moment. And our two main characters are very interesting. They have their own histories, their own backstories. You know, Ellie can very much relate with a lot of the kids, especially the older kid, Margot, I think is how we pronounce it. She's very much good for them, and I think they are good for her to help her kind of heal a little bit more as well from her past. And Rowan is a grumpy. He is a bit grumpy, I would say. Rowan is interesting. You kind of see him have some battles because, you know, he is trying his best with where he's at, but you can also see that maybe sometimes he's not trying as hard. I don't really want to sound like a dickhead when I'm saying it, but like in certain things you can kind of see he's probably not trying as hard. So I'm waiting for him to have his kind of realization moment, I guess. Like, he has acknowledged some things, that like his faults and stuff, but I'm waiting for the real big like kick up the butt kind of thing that's gonna, you know, snowball effect on a lot of stuff. And then our two main characters and their relationship has been very professional so far. They've had a little odd moment here and there. I do think I'm at the point now where this is now about to just start fast tracking, and we're going to start seeing them interact more and have them actually test the waters a little bit as for them as a couple and stuff. But yeah, I am enjoying it so far. I am really liking it. I'm flying for it, as I've obviously said. The plot is interesting as well, and yeah, I'm eager to see where this is gonna go. It's gonna be a good time, I think. But yeah, I think that's quite honestly, I think that's the best that I can give you guys in explanations right now, because like I said, my brain is all very over the place. I've literally just walked through the door. I've currently got a bath running because I just need to chill out, and I wanted to update you guys before I went any further in the book and before I like settle and read it in the bath and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to get a little update in there for you guys. But I have a feeling I could probably finish this tonight. It is 5:18, so I've still got plenty of time left in the day. This could happen, and I've not really been sat for too long reading here and there. We could do it, you know, it could be done. But yeah, that's where we're at. Like I said, hopefully that's explained everything well enough. We'll see. But yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying it right now, and I am very eager to see what happens. So I will come back to you guys a little bit later on with wherever I am at and whatever I'm doing. So I finished The Nannies Off Limits by 𝖬𝖊𝖑𝖈 last night, and I gave it a 4.25. I have really enjoyed this book. Flew through it, like went through it like crazy. It's a really well paced book. Their story is interesting, the dynamics between the main characters are interesting, and it was interesting to watch their story grow and their story develop. Ellie is a very interesting character who is very mature for her age. You know, she's been through a lot already. She's already had to take on very mature roles from at a young age. But throughout this book, I feel like we get to watch her loosen up a little bit and watch her kind of finally take things that she wants to take from life and not necessarily always putting everybody else first above her. But Ellie is able to create such a strong bond with the kids and have such a good relationship with them because she can empathize with them so much in what they're going through and empathize with each one, I think, in slightly different ways. So she's able to build this such strong bond and to watch the kids. Yes, okay, Margot was a little bit more difficult because obviously she's older, so she understands things a bit more. But to watch like the kids open up to her and to let her in and to like help them, again, more so I would say probably SJ and Margot on that one. But yeah, it was a really sweet thing to see. Rowan, I kind of still stick by what I said, that like, yes, he does try his hardest, but I don't feel like he was trying his true hardest until towards the end there. He had a bit of a wake-up call. Margot kind of, they had a conversation. I think it kind of gave him a little bit of a kick up the butt, and then you kind of see him really truly kind of give his hardest. So I think that was quite nice. I think he really needed that. Like I said, I'm not denying that he doesn't try his hardest, he does, but like his true hardness, you know. And I loved watching him work through his negative connotations that he has around himself, because he feels he's so negative about himself and his role as a father. But getting to watch him work through that was really nice and really lovely, because, you know, that in a way then affects how he is as a father, because he just believes negatively about him in that role, that then it kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It then just like portrays it in real life. I don't really know how else, I'm lost for words this morning, I can't figure out what I'm trying to say. But you guys know what I mean, like it then kind of like is what happens on the outside because it's how we're feeling on the inside kind of thing. But the kids are adorable. They are a true testament to how kids of different ages handle situations differently and how they cope, and you know, I think they were all aged perfectly for the situations that they had been put in and for what was going on, to really show how like a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old and a 16-year-old handle things differently. But yeah, I do feel though still the ending was a little bit rushed. I feel like all of a sudden they were together and everything was all happy and lovely and all of that. Obviously I did feel for Ellie there at the end with like a bit of a, with what happened with her dad. I did feel for her there, but I do think everything kind of just all of a sudden went a bit whirlwind and we were like, okay. But I did still love it just as much. But yeah, I did still very much enjoy it and was very happy that they got the ending that they deserved. So yeah, that is our swap done. I have read Shauna's 5-star and DNF, and I feel like I'm kind of similar with her on these books, like the Her Perfect. Yes and no to continuing it. I'm kind of glad I did because it meant I could get their full story, but at the same time I do feel like it was probably a bit of a waste of my time. But we gave that a 2.25, I think it was, and then the nanny is off limits. I give a 4.25, so not quite the same, but I feel like general views are quite similar for these books. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I have thoroughly loved doing this. I've had probably the best time. It was nice to get a little look-sees into the mind of another reader. Let me know if you guys have read these, let us know and we can discuss them in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys for sticking around for Bookmas Day 3, that's 6-3, and I'm going to catch you guys in Bookmas Day 4. So don't forget to keep smiling, be kind and keep reading. Bye guys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.